All right, folks, what's going on? I did a video previously about putting this thing in paint this winter. I'm doing some videos on it. I'm getting ready to start. As you can see, I already got it up on jack stands, got the hood off. And I just want to go over a few things with you. I'm going to start disassembly. I'm going to take the fenders off, front fenders off, take the nose piece off. And for all of those out there who's kind of searching for all the lost bolts that you can't find, I had this thing off last winter when I put this engine in because my cherry picker kept hitting the front spoiler right here, and it didn't have enough arm to get to the engine. So I had to take this whole nose off just so I can get my cherry picker in there. So I've already had it off once. I know what it takes to get it off. So I'm going to take off the front fenders, and what I want to do is work on these door gaps. And you really kind of want to work on, if you're going to start fixing your gaps and stuff, you want to start at the door. You want to, get your bottom gap going. You want to get this back gap going, and then you work forward. As you can see, these body gaps from the factory were just awful, man. I mean, and the previous owner, I don't know how much he did to this or if he did anything to it. But if he didn't do anything to it, then look at this gap. Nothing to 3/8 of an inch. I mean, they're just awful. So we've definitely got to get that figured out. Got to get them straightened up. I want to get all these door gaps figured out, lined up, done. And then when I disassemble, to start sanding these front fenders, sanding the door, getting the stuff ready for paint. I'll write down on a tablet, log about how many shims I had on the top hinge, bottom hinge, and then how many shims I had on the front fender. That way I'll know what it takes to get it back together and get my door gaps back, get my fender gaps back, my hood gap back, and get all that taken care of. Look at this gap. It's like 0 at the bottom and 3/8 at the top. They're just awful. Of course, this one may be affected a little bit because it got dinged right here. Somebody backed into it. You can see it. I'll do a little bit of dolly and hammer work for you guys. It's got a pretty good crease in it right here. I'm going to try to pull that out. I don't think that I can get up in here. Once I get this fender off, I might be able to get some access in there, but I doubt it. Use a dent puller, pull it out. The best I can, because if I was to use body filler and just fill that in, you're talking probably a 1/4 inch body filler, and that's just, I don't want to do that. There's nothing wrong with body filler as long as you don't try to use it to restructure your fender. You start getting into 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, you're just packing the stuff in there, it's not good. So try to get the dents out and try to get your panel as straight as you possibly can before you start using body filler. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it to get rid of imperfections, a little dings and dents there or whatever, or to get this panel laser straight. But there's a purpose for it, and it's not to restructure your fender. So just keep that in mind. Again, I had this front nose off last winter, and as you can see, there was a cover here, covers the hood latch and stuff. And you're going to have on this side, on the inside here, and these are the tough ones to get to. You got a bolt here, here, and down at the bottom. You got to get up under there.